Supo lengo lengora nilema Icon Media kore teleke kun nikiata obo lola rikoka shu obo palora aspirant tolari longalusinaro tikitam are tolorika le Senate. Hota leo tutakuwa at least tutatumia lugha tofauti ya tutatumia Kimasai, mtanisamehe. Ningependa kumkaribisha mwenzangu aliyekuwa akigombea kiti cha Senator Narok County, awaambie ni nani na ametoka wapi. Karibu ndugu yangu.
Asante sana my sister Felista. Kwa majina naitwa Cheruyot Leonard. Mkaaji wa Narok. Upande ya Murwa Dikiri constituency. Venye umesema niliweza kugombea kiti cha useneta 2022. Ambaye niliweza kuwa nilingangana kama kijana. Of course it was my first time. Nikangangana nikakuwa namba 3. Mambo haikuwa rahisi.
Narok mzima namba 3.
Narok mzima namba 3.
Kura zilikuwa ngapi?
Kura zilikuja 38,000. Yeah, and you know I was also in a competition with people who has been in this game for long. So it was not easy for me. And also maybe at some point I didn't know maybe I can make to that extent as a youth, because I nilianza tu kama sisi nikasema kimchezo kwa sababu nilikuwa na vision, but I didn't believe I can go to that extent. Yeah, out of 11 I didn't know I can be number 3. Yeah. You
were number 3 out of 11, Mr. Cheruyot. Ni nini ilikusukuma ukaamua kutafuta senator au kutafuta governor au kutafuta MP au kutafuta MCA? Why Senate?
Senate has been my best choice of position based on responsibilities, because you know in Senate you can be able to oversight the role of the county government. You can be able to monitor what the county government is doing. So, and I had interest not just in my local area. You know, in Narok we have because we are in a cosmopolitan county. So we have the Kipsigis, we have our brothers from the mother's side. So I wanted something that can be inclusive, that can touch on many lives across the board, because there is also a picture I was trying to bring in of uniformity, the leadership of uniformity, that we need to work as one people. And number 2, I've also been having this intention of running for Senate all along. Maybe I was inspired by someone in 2004 when the 44th president of the United States, Barack Obama, won the Senate Illinois in the United States. I was nicknamed Senator. That is in 2006. By then we didn't have the constitution or the current constitution in Kenya. That is in 2010, the 2010 constitution. Yeah. So by 2006, I was nicknamed Senator. Many people think
before the devolution now.
Yeah, exactly. Many people thought that name was bad in Kenya because it was actually named as a brand of an alcohol. So when I was at that time I was in primary school, and there was this kind of debate we used to have with my colleagues, and we used to nickname each other based on your best politician, your role model. So in 2006 I was nicknamed Senator, because I was trying to argue my points out like Barack Obama.
Now, Mr. Cheruyot, you decided to go for Senate. Did you see any loop in there so that you decided to go for this? Kuna mahali uliona kuna pengo ndio maana umeamulia kwenda huko, ama ilikusukuma tu kwa sababu imebidi?
You see, in politics, it's not about loophole. You fight for what you see, what you have in your heart. You see, you cannot just wait for someone to fail for you to contest. You can bring something new. You can present your ideas to the people to select out of the many choices. You also sell your idea. So for me, Senate was the best platform to champion for many things. That is including the youth agendas, employment and all that. And also I was trying to be part and parcel of the county leadership as a youth. Yes.
And after that I know you are ulikuwa kwenye mrengo mmoja wa siasa. Baada ya hapo walikuconsider kama youth ama walikutupa hivyo? First of all ulikuwa mrengo gani? Wewe ulikuwa wa Azimio ama ulikuwa wa Kenya Kwanza?
Mi nilikuwa mtu wa Kenya Kwanza, though I use a neutral political party. Mi niliona sasa wakubwa wameenda, unajua kwa hii sasa mambo ni mingi, especially when you are a youth. Kuna ile wanasiasa wakubwa, especially in a political lineup, they want to be in the forefront. So kama kijana ilikuwa ngumu niingie Kenya Kwanza na niende mpaka nikuwe candidate ya UDA, especially let's say UDA in Narok. So niliingia kwanza UDA nikasukumwa nje. Baada ya kusukumwa nje, as a determined youth, I didn't give up. Nikakaa chini, nikatumia akili kidogo kidogo, nikatafuta chama ingine ambayo ilikuwa neutral under Kenya Kwanza. So nikang'ang'ana hapo, nikaingia, alafu nikakuja kuwa Kenya Kwanza candidate. So you asked me whether I was considered.
Yeah.
Hii siasa sasa kuna mambo mingi.
At least mtu unakuanga ulitafuta kiti and we are in a country where royalties are paid. In terms of umetafuta kiti ukakosa, lakini tutakutafutia position fulani.
Unajua sasa me I had friends and I have friends in politics. Lakini sasa mnapotafuta viti za siasa, and this is where youth are being used mostly. Mnapotafuta viti za siasa, vijana sana sana wanatakikana kwa political lineup wakuwe wafanyikazi wa wanasiasa, wakuwe wanafanyia kazi wanasiasa. Unaona, hao watu watakangi sana uombe kiti, wanataka sana ukuwe mtu wa mkono wao. Sasa kuna hiyo perspective ya we are serving people, or these people presented people who are serving them in their own capacities, like watu wa mkono. Lakini kijana ukisimama kuomba kiti, wanaanza sasa kuuliza why are you trying to, ni kama why are you trying to outshine the bosses, you know. So kuna maneno mbili ilifanyika kwa kanisa. Nasikianga pastor anasema kuna upatizo mara mbili. Kuna ule upatizo wa maji ambao unachukuliwa kwa mtoni, unabatizwa kwa maji, alafu unaomba Mungu akusaidie uone ufalme wa mbinguni. Alafu sasa kuna ule ubatizo ambayo ukikosa sasa kwenda kubatizwa ile ya maji, unaenda kubatizwa pale mbinguni na moto. Sasa in politics is more or less the same. Kuna ile ubatizo sasa, ukibatizwa na maji unapewa nafasi. Unaona? So kama
ukibatizwa na moto,
ukibatizwa na moto sasa kumaanisha hapo go and do your things outside.
And that one leads us to another question. I'd like to ask you now that you are in Narok County and you are a youth. I think you are still in a bracket of youth.
Yeah.
Now you are a youth. What is happening? Is the phase of youth represented in Narok County? Or the national government inside Narok County due to kuna sub county sita. Do we see the face of a youth inside this leadership ama imekuwa ni ya wazee?
Politics of Kenya has never practiced any kind of democracy, has never given a space democracy. And that is why there is always a saying that vijana ni viongozi wa kesho. So that kesho has never come and it will never come. The only thing and you ask me whether the Narok youth has been considered in positions. I can assure you, people reward their friends, and majorly they reward themselves. Most of those who are being rewarded are almost age mates. So in Narok County, maybe they have tried. I can single out some position, maybe some youth positions which has been given to youth. I can say they are around 10%. The rest are not in the youth capacity, especially the position that are key to the youth. They are not. And they are not and also you see the roles they give to youth, wanakupea two position, but you cannot serve anything. You are just there as a rapper staff. Yeah.
We have the Office of Youth, Gender and I think something like sports.
Yes.
In Narok County, is it really functioning?
The youth offices in Narok County, actually, let me be frank. What I have seen in Narok County as operational are two departments. Maybe the executive because of the governor position, and the finance because that's where money is. But when it comes to other issues,
are you speaking of the finance because of Narok County is leading in revenue?
Yeah,
it's functioning.
It's functioning because that is where most of the interests converge in. Because people are looking for money. So for you to run a county government, some department like finance has to be very active. So the county government of Narok has never seen or has never struck any deal to empower the youth. I can assure you, because anything that is being pushed by the youths has never been implemented, either in county assembly or in executive
Then
level.
do you think it's the youth that are sleeping, or it's the government that is not really holding the hands of the youths?
For me, I can be neutral in that point, because the government.
The reason why I'm asking this, it might be the county or the national government in between the counties ready to work with the youths, but the youths are asleep. Or the youths are ready to work, but the government is not yet, is not determined on what the youths need.
You see, for us youths, and this is where also we have a lot of challenges as youths, majority of youths accept to be used by politicians. And by being used means you are also being used to fight other youths who are trying to bring in impact in their youthful category. So these people are very smart. You can find someone in county government who can identify some very strong youths trying to champion something in county. They also pick some youth to counter them. So for me, we have weaknesses as youth, because we accept to be used by this politician, and we also like making the status quo remain the same, because if we are to champion for something as youth, it can easily work out, but we have never. That's you find a youth striking their own, cutting them off, not because there is anything wrong, but because they have been paid by someone else to fight the fellow youth. So maybe I can't say the county government will not have done something, but we have also failed to present this issue. Mostly there was some issues we are trying to present as youth some time back last year, and we pushed this thing up to some level. We had tabled some document for consideration as youth, including the talent consideration across the county. There was also some initiative to empower some cultural and education initiative and all that, until we came to realize the people who are trying to fight back this thing were also fellow youths. So we have challenges as youths, and these challenges begin from us.
And how do we overcome this challenge? Since we already know the disease, how do we cure this disease?
For the disease to be cured, of course, the youth have to be enlightened to know that they have their rights. You know, I can give you an example of when I was campaigning. And you see me as a youth, I have some classmates. I'm still a youth. You were asking me whether I was
the reason why I asked you whether you are still a youth, it was just some weeks ago that in Narok County, we had a problem somewhere.
Yeah.
When Morara Kiboso came to Narok County, he claimed that he was chased away by
youth. Yeah.
When it came to the configuration of the people being called youth, a big number no shoots. So I needed to know whether you are still in the bracket, or you are also calling yourself a youth because you think you are still young.
Personally, I'm youth, but just this year I turned 30. You can imagine.
So
I still have some around 4 years, 5 years. I also don't want to exit very fast. You know.
What is sweet of being a youth? Because I say everybody doesn't want to exit the age limit of a youth according to the constitution.
There's a lot of drama, enjoyable drama, which is in between the youths, because
but why is this drama becoming too sweet when you are almost exiting, or when you are almost exited in the? Why don't you enjoy the drama before?
That is from human perspective. We don't like moving very fast, because we also know by aging you don't enjoy some things, you know. But anyway, now let me tell you a story. When I was contesting for Senate, most of the people who fought me were youth. Most of the people who rejected my candidature were youth. And when it comes to this issue of youth, and you have seen an example of Kapaso being chased away in Narok County. And you see, those people calling themselves, and that's why I told you, we have a problem as youth. Because how come you are stoning someone who is trying to champion for a project who does not benefit him? It's you yourself and your family. You know, Kapaso was trying to enlighten the country that there is something wrong here. Even for myself, from my side, I know Narok Referral Hospital has never been operational. It was open. It has never been fixed. There is no machines. There is nothing going on. It is a structure which has costed.
But why, as you are a leader, because you've already shown us that you want to be a leader, and you've never spoken, not until Keboso was seen in Narok.
No, we have addressed this not just once, not just in Narok. There is a level 4 hospital in Emurua Dikiri that was built in the last regime as well, and we try to push this thing. That is there is a lot of political cartels inside here trying to block everything, not because they have information, but because they are trying to protect their post. You know, so anytime we raise voices as youth, these people start like, okay, why are you trying to ask this thing? Where have you been, or why? But you see. We accept as youth to be manipulated. And I can give you for an example. There are many reasons. You were asking me whether I was considered for a position. And personally, I was baptized with by fire.
By fire.
By fire. For reason known to me. I know. And I also accepted because if it means being sacrificed for something that I know it will have benefited my people, or if my voice is irritating some people for asking questions like the Varod and all that, I better stay away. You know? Because let me tell you, and I can also ask you across the county. Don't venture into politics if you are not prepared to serve. Because politics, it needs brain and suffering. You know.
So anybody who needs to be a politician,
you have to prepare.
Suffering is compulsory.
A lot of challenges here and there. And you see, these people don't also give you space. They really try to block. There's someone who once said, power is not given, it's taken.
By force.
By force. So being a youth, maybe, let me tell you, you know, I graduated in just 2019. And the funny part of it, I've never been employed.
You're still
anywhere.
tamacking?
No, not tamacking. No, I can't say I'm tamacking. I see myself as someone who might not be in a position to work in an office that you report from morning to evening and all that. I'm not that kind of a person because maybe I'm a political being. I started politics way long, like 2002 when I was a young boy. So, maybe being employed to sit somewhere and serving the office might be a little bit be a challenge. So for youth, there's something I was trying to explain to the youth. If you want to come to politics, there are two things that is likely to challenge you. Number one, you'll be fight. You'll be fought left, right, center. You'll encounter a lot of challenges, especially from the big men who are trying to cut the power. Number two, your friends will betray you. Be assured. Anytime you champion for a political idea,
Be ready for enemies.
Be ready for enemies, especially from within. People tend to think when this guy goes for something, it might benefit. So the only way we can do is to just fight him. So you will be fought even within your area or your cycle of friends. Number three, financial issues. You know, to run around the county like Narok. Narok is very wide. Running from Suswa to Kuitembe, running from Luita to Olbosimoru, running around Narok, Eastern Narok, Western Narok, South, and all the way to Kilgoris, and also to Shanghai, all those areas. It's not easy. Popularizing yourself is not something easy. It needs a lot of resources. You know, and as a youth, you need to be ready to face all these challenges because also the time these people get to know that you have some interest in politics, they will try to block you by all means.
I know you are one of the youths and you are an activist at some point. Since I asked you why Morara Keboso was chased and you've given me at least I'm convinced. And now, since we have some leaders sitting in very good positions because it was just recently that Emurua Dikiri was separated from Kilgoris. We have some parts of the country like Kilgoris, of the county like Kilgoris, where we've never seen a tarmac road. A whole constituency
with no tarmac road.
Where are we heading as a county?
You know, there's something funny people have never seen. And recently, I saw my governor spending 10 days in Emurua Dikiri, going to polling station to almost he went to almost all the polling stations, not almost, but around 70% of the polling stations within Emurua Dikir in the 10 days they had stipulated. It tells you, and the reason why the governor was in Emurua Dikir was because he's in good terms with the area MP, that is Emurua Dikir MP. And I was trying to find out what was actually going on, and why was the governor spending a lot of time in a village concentrated. You know, Emurua Dikir is just a very small area. It's Narok South is 5 times Emurua Dikir. So I came to realize the governor goes to Emurua Dikir because he enjoys support and the good terms he has with the area MP. And also maybe this guy also know how to manipulate things to work out for his people. So I was, what am I trying to say? Kilgoris, you people have elected leaders, you have MCAs. You also had a governor for 10 years. And maybe in my own perspective, no one has ever brought forward an idea.
But this has been something that every president comes to Kilgoris and says, mimi ile barabara kutoka Wendo mpaka mahali fulani, it's going to be tarmacked in 3 weeks, what? But do you think it's the leaders who are failing, or we are just being... Sometimes even it is gazetted that it is done, yet it is not done.
Leadership is a problem. I can assure you, leadership is a problem because a president has no responsibility to follow up on what he says. It's your elected leaders, especially the area MCA and MP and the governor and even the senator, to follow up on the promise from the president, because serving a country is a bit challenging. It's very wide. So president might not even remember what I promised in Kilgoris. It's up to you as an MP to follow up on what he promised, because even you yourself, you can promise someone something in a function and you failed. Yes, yeah. And really they follow you up like you had said so. No. So look at the scenario of, I'm also from Kilgoris. I grew up in an area called, in Kimindet Ward, an area called around Soit Naip or Soshiana area. So you see, there's some roads in that area, like also I was feeling like if this road from Soit can be tarmacked to Kawai or Lolkorian or to Angata, but it goes to Kuitembe, it can open up that area for economic development. But you see, no one has ever followed up on it. Maybe because of a political lineup as well, you said. Yeah. Maybe, you also elected an MP from Kano. Maybe, I had him one day say he has joined the government, but you never know. Maybe there's a bedroom, and there's a sitting room, then there's a kitchen. You never know. Maybe he has not gone to the kitchen. So if one day he can go to the kitchen, maybe he can bring that tamago.
Kilgoris away, because it's something that it will take its time. When time comes, it will take its part.
Sure.
Now we come back to Emurua Dikir, where you come from. What do you think is not really done as it should be in Emurua Dikir? The main challenge that is in Emurua Dikir, especially for the youth, what do you think?
There's a lot of talent which has not been tapped in Emurua Dikir, especially when you look at athletics. I know a number of athletes who come from Emurua Dikir who was really made to international level, but they have not been recognized. So these people just struggle on their own, and most of them also, maybe you find someone who was from Emurua Dikir, but he went to Nakuru, struggled from Nakuru, got some support, went outside the country. So definitely they might even invest in Nakuru because that's where they got support. So there are a lot of talents which has not been tapped in Emurua Dikir. Number two, when it comes to general public, we have a lot of economic challenges because Emurua Dikir is I can say it's a well-developed area right now, because we have electricity, we have roads, we have some good facilities like hospitals, though they have not been equipped. We have some good learning facilities like MTC, TTI, and all that. But there is also something which is training Emurua Dikir, economic progress. That area has, there is nothing which has ever been identified like that can be an economic backbone. You see, for an example, Shangoi and in Kilgoris, in the sign, there is a sugar cane factory, the sugar factory that is in Mara Sugar. That area has developed because of that economic backbone. That is through farming and all that. So in Emuru Wadikiri, we still have that challenge. We have not actually identified on what actually can benefit this area. What is the common thing that can be done to improve the livelihood of these people in Emuru Wadikiri. So that is also a big challenge, because you find people, okay, we have a good number of leaders who assist, like Airbnb and all that, but there are many people suffering because of there is nothing that they can do to generate income. You know, not a lot of people in our area and also in Narok, electricity level is at 60%. Let me not actually 60, around 70%. There's someone with let's say 10 kids. 10. Yeah, don't be surprised. They have even and you see, this is someone who never went to any school. And lots of, out of these 10, they have to be provided for. Some of them, I can't say all of them. So out of the 10, some would want to progress with their education, maybe to tertiary level and all that. So with the poverty level, it's a big challenge. So we also need to identify something in many areas within Narok County, not just in Emuru Wadikiri alone, that can benefit these people.
And the way you just spoke, that leads us to a different question about mostly in Narok County, because I happen to be somebody who walks a lot and somebody who interacts a lot. There is a cry of bursaries, mostly in the ward level. Because I have not heard about the national government bursary so much, but I have heard from the county level, that is from the MCS. How is the how is the division of bursary in your area? That is the Emuru Wadikiri. Is it there? Is it for the rich? Is it for the political friends? How is it about?
In my area, you see, for us, I can easily say we are lucky to some extent, because there is some good coordination between the city office and the existing county staff between Emuru Wadikiri. So, though I can say 80%, there are some challenges because of politics, you know. There is someone who never voted for. There is someone who voted for the governor, but never voted for the area MP or the MCA. That person is likely to suffer because they cannot reach the governor, you know. So kuna challenges tu za siasa, pengine mtu anasema huyu jamaa kutupigia kura hatuwezi mpea, but for the distribution of bursaries, I can say it reaches almost every village. It reaches almost every village, because there is a system we work they normally use of bringing the bursary to polling stations, both in county government and national government. So there is a good coordination that can easily reach to every family. Only that there is some kind of politics, you know. Let's say someone can come and say, because I'm the one who is in charge of this bursary in this polling station, Felista never voted for us, so we can never. Yeah, exactly. You go and get from your master. That is the challenges we have.
Now, as we are coming to an end of our interview, Cheruyot, I wish you to tell us, in 5 years, which Cheruyot will you be expecting?
You will see a very different Cheruyot. You see, in 2022, and for your information, I contested for this position when I didn't know anyone across. I just knew myself, and you see, I was green from campus, and you see, education-wise also, there's also many challenges. Just like I told you, you find 10 kids from a family, and you see, they are trying to struggle to make the tertiary level, just like myself. Out of the 10, I'm the only one who survived to university. Just imagine the rest of the 10, maybe some of them, the 9, some of them even sacrificed for me to continue, because maybe they had seen some potential in me. So I contested for Senate in 2022 when I didn't know anyone. I didn't know anyone, even nobody knows me. He knew me in Narok Town. I didn't even know some officers in Narok Town. That is in 2022. I was just screened from university. I just exited campus politics and came to join Narok county politics. Remember, I didn't start from one level. I didn't start from constituency level. I joined county politics. So, with the 3 years remaining, you will see a very different person with a lot of energy, a lot of plan, and a lot of strategies to disperse. because now I can say I have known almost all the corners of Narok County. I've had friends across. Now, wait, there's something big coming.
Now, will you be contesting for the Senate as you contested the other time, or this round you'll be going for the governor, or the deputy president, or the president? Nobody knows. Tell us so that your people can be ready for the first.
I wish I could go for president. Unfortunately, it's a big task. I also don't want to do casework like I did in 2022. So for now, with the energy, strategies, and the connection I've had across the county, I still go for Senate because I have not achieved actually what I wanted to do. There is something in my head that feel like if I make to this position, if I can go to a position of being the senator of Narok County, there is likeliness. I feel like there is likeliness of change. We want to make some historic moment of changing the politics, not just being in the ballot, but also changing the politics, the political narrative. So that when you one day, if as Felista comes to Muru Adigiro, you go to Narok South or Narok West, you go to Ilmotiogo or Sagamian or anywhere, and you speak, they listen to you not because you come from Kilgoris or you are Maasai Tota, but you have an idea to share. So I'm really trying to venture into that thing of making people understand that there is a leadership beside tribe. Me, I have many friends who come from the Maasai. We have been talking, we do a lot of business together. But you see, when it comes to politics, there is some kind of silent fight and narrative that exists within our county that so and so or this community should not venture into this one. So we want to change that politics. Yes.
As we end, we normally have what we call the quick three. Away from you being a politician, you also have a life apart from being a politician.
Sure.
Cheruyot, what do you love doing most?
My hobbies is just mostly politics.
Politics is your hobby?
Yeah.
What do you hate the most in your life?
I hate lies. Yeah, I hate lies.
Politics, lies.
No, but you see, they
Mwanasiasa na uongo ni kitu moja.
No, but there's some things you can do with someone and then they lie to you. Definitely, you have seen a lot of betrayals. Let me not say lies. I hate betrayals. Let's say we make a deal with Felista, and tomorrow I see Felista executing the deal in my absence, and Felista locks me out of the deal. So I hate betrayal. That's what I hate. I hate betrayal.
Now the last question I'll ask you.
Barack Obama. I follow. If you can ask me any question, any speech to do with Barack Obama, where and what he said, for what purpose, when, I can narrate all.
Wow. Thank you for coming.
Most welcome.
We will have the episode 2. This was episode 1 for Cheruyot, and it is episode 3 for our the lolosho. We will call you for episode 2. Maybe that time you will be somebody else. Maybe atakuwa ametoka kwenye ubatizo wa moto.
Sure.
Ubatizo wa maji. We don't know. May God keep you moving.
Amen.
May God give you a way always.
Thank you so much and most welcome.